Hey, how's it going, guys? Chacanero here with you today, going through our, what are you called? Abraham Lincoln, science game. We have discovered Smart Materials, which has the Launch Exoplanet Expedition project available for us, so once we unlock that in 2 turns, we're going to run that in Washington, and once that is launched, that will officially start the countdown towards the end of the game. The countdown can get reduced later, but we have some things to go through before that can be done. But the focus of this episode is going to be to launch this exoplanet expedition, and then hopefully the next episode would be the last as we get through to finish that. So, Washington needs to get ready to work on this. So we have 2 turns. A project here will take 2 turns. I don't see anything else we'd like to build. We don't need the food market. Food is not the issue with all the vampire castles we have. Can't build any more districts, or rather don't need to build any more districts. So yeah, let's go for another campus research grant. Because if we open the Great People tab, we can see that Carl Sagan is the next great scientist. Getting him will give us 3,000 production towards space race project construction, so we can go ahead and launch the exoplanet all the more sooner. And then Sergei Korolev does the exact same thing, just half of that, but because we have the mausoleum, we'll be able to use him twice. So, let's recruit. Yeah, so Vampire's job, remember I discovered in the last episode you can airlift units from your vampire castles, which is really funny to me for some reason. But yeah, Vampire's job is just to babysit our castles. We're actually getting a city here. Where is that settler? He's coming very slowly. Once we do, we're also planning to get a castle here. So I'm wondering if the it matters how far the castle is for you to airlift units between them. Someone completed research grants. Who would that be? It would be Baltimore. Baltimore's been chugging settlers. 2 turns for a settler. Production here is nice. Is it nicer in Washington? No. It's nicer in Baltimore. Honestly, just do another settler. Okay, Jocelyn built a campus. I'm trying to remember why I built a campus here. I had a reason for it. Oh, it's because I wanted to run research grants. But like, what if I just build up the campus instead? Repair the research lab, please. Neri, how do builder complete? Oh, right. Honestly, let's do a water park. I don't have anything else to do with these lake tiles. Faras can finally build its campus up. Take out this barbarian camp. Our ironclad made an escape from 2 Minas Gerais here. Barbarian Minas Gerais. Okay. Hey, where are you going? You're going to put the castle here, but why don't you come grab this barb camp while you're here? Oh, we can build sea steads now. This guy's coming to claim the tribal villages that are down there. Okay, so you will now sit tight. I have things to do with builders. I just need to try and think. Why not improve this tile? Move to Washington. So maybe I launch the exoplanet from Baltimore? We'll have to compare. turns are chugging. With the end of the game coming up, I should probably start talking about my thoughts on Abe. I mean, I've gone over it a few times while this series has played through. As I've mentioned, I think this is a lot of fun. This is probably the most enjoyable game I've had since my Alexander game at the start. That being said, how much I enjoy a game doesn't necessarily correlate to the Civ I'm playing, because like Gauls, I can say without a doubt I enjoy more than Alexander, but the game I had with the Gauls was not as fun as my Alexander game. With that in mind though, I am a fan of America in general in Civ 6, but more so the Teddies, especially Bull Moose Teddy. That's one I'm excited for. Too bad he's all the way at the damn bottom of the list. But this is an interesting take on how I know America works. America is all about culture. Also diplomatic, but more so culture. The diplomacy intertwines with what you want to do in a culture game. Bull Moose Teddy especially can just generate culture so well. I mean, you have the film studio, which just boosts your tourism, so you want to build a lot of theater squares, generate great people, especially great musicians. The film studios increase your tourism generated. So, but this version of America with Abraham Lincoln definitely works differently. And as I mentioned, I think the ability is really random to attach to what you want to accomplish with America normally. Sorry, I need to think about where to send this. Let's send it to Faras. Yeah, you normally want to play America culturally, diplomatically. Having this ability that Abraham Lincoln has, as I mentioned, is a good ability. The sheer amount of units we've been able to produce by just building industrial zones everywhere is so good, because especially when going an industrial zone route, will not often bother with something like encampments or units. So to just get these free units as I'm building my industrial zones up, as I'm building my campuses up, the things I'm trying to focus on in a science game is just such a nice bonus, and it lets me take care of issues I may have around me. So like we were able to deal with Egypt rather nicely with all our melee units. Granted, we used cavalry more so to pillage, but at some point later we brought in a few melee units to like pillage here in Memphis and Neccan. Yeah, just no longer the need to build a big army, because like just building your industrial zones prints out all these free military units who don't cost strategic resources, which is a big plus. Especially like there's so many times where you just don't have that many like strategic resources available to you. We don't have that many available to us here. Like I don't think we had really any niter here. Eventually we got some because our empire is so big, but not much to begin with. I don't really care what I do here anymore. Oh, does somewhere need... You have already, right? Yeah, we need... in San Jose. There we go. Philly. Yeah, Philly needs one. There we go. Detroit. Yes, please. And Cincinnati. Nice. Okay. But okay. So with that in mind, so I've mentioned several times that Abe, is like just works basically counterintuitively to what you want to do with America most of the time. But how do I feel about the whole thing together then? I mean, when your leader ability is like as good as it is, I think it still makes a very viable civ. You don't have to go science with Abe. He's still, I mean, being America, he still has advantages to going cultural, going diplomatic. In fact, I would say he can do diplomatic relatively well. You can actually kind of do what we were planning on doing with the Gauls. in our last series, and that you build up this massive military and use it to take care of, like, say, diplomatic missions. So like if there's like an emergency called, you go and liberate them. If there's a city state you want to free open, you go and liberate them. So you can use it in a more peaceful approach. It's not like I warmongered that much. I mean, we're still even making a positive diplomatic favor per turn. Although I will say that kind of speaks on America's ability to generate diplomatic favor. Like we're getting +6 from the government. I believe that's plus 3. Yeah, it's +3 from tier 3 government, and it's +3 from our wildcard slots. And it can be more if you have Forbidden City, which I didn't grab, or wasn't able to, rather. Oh, Memphis needs a flood barrier. Man, Kawa's borders are not growing. Or maybe they just grown this way, unfortunately. So yeah, but like when your leader ability is as strong as I feel Abe Lincoln's is, I think it's still a very viable civ. As I mentioned, he's flexible for diplomatic. You can definitely do with him. You can very easily do domination with him. I mean, look at the military we produced. If we keep going here, so we conquer 2 civs. If we keep going here, we go take Norway, then we come on this continent. Plus, not to mention, this is probably the best use you'll have of your planes, the Mustangs. I didn't get to use them here, unfortunately. I was planning on doing so, but like our wars ended before the plane even arrived. I would have used it on Egypt, but I mean, printing out this much infantry is just that powerful. So it gives you the ability to focus on building other stuff. So you can, like, for example, as I did, build up big campuses to get you ahead in the tech so that you can supply your industrial zones with a strong unit to print out for free. Like, that's the big thing, is that you're printing out a free unit and you're printing it out so easily. If it was for every industrial zone, I think it would have been, like, okay. The fact that it's for every industrial zone and building just makes it so insanely powerful. I don't know what I want to do in Kawa. That's what I want to do in Kawa. So yeah, overall, I think Abe Lincoln, it's weird because I don't think he's the best America, and that's more so to do with, I think, the both versions of Teddy, their abilities just line up with what America does better. But taking Abe Lincoln as he is still a very good civ. I just feel like his kit is built so that you're using either one part of his kit or the other part of his kit. Like, Film Studio gives us no benefits. We're not going culturally here. Film Studio is very exclusively good for culture victories. The diplomatic favor, I mean, it's generally good, but that's more so for diplomatic victories. How are we doing on the way to Cross Sagan? I want to speed that up a little more, so I'll run another one. Burn you to the ground, please. So what do I think would be the best victory to get it? It's Abe Lincoln. It's tough to say. I have to think about it a little more. I think anything except religion works pretty well with Abe Lincoln, but not because he can. But it's one of those rare instances where it's not that the civ itself can, like I don't mean that the whole kit can apply to any victory type you want. I mean, which part of your civ, like which part of the civ are you going to use? Are you going to use the scientific part, the domination part, the cultural part, the diplomatic part? It's up to you which ability you want to prioritize when playing Abe Lincoln. And using that is how you decide which victory you want to go for. I think I would have to say it's between diplomacy and domination. nation that... I don't think there's one victory that he's, like, clearly the best for. If you want to make an argument for any of these, I think you can, except religious. I'm not listening to you if you say he does religious the best, because that's very clearly not true. Oh, we want skies and stars. We do not have the... I want to put this in. I'm going to take science foundations out. It's going to decrease our grade scientist points, but I need that. Our science is now 1,170. Uranium settle? Maybe? Could come settle here. Yeah, I'll come settle on the bananas. Yeah, I think you can make an argument that he does science best. As I mentioned, anything that encourages or makes you build a bunch of industrial zones is very good for a science victory, just because your biggest priority in a science victory is production. Just because with faith or with gold, you have no way of completing the things you need for a science victory. That's why production is so important. It's why Germany, it's why Gauls are two civs that are probably best for science, even though their abilities are not focused around improving your science. They are focused around helping you reach the science victory. And like I would say kind of in a coincidental way. Like it's not, you can do whatever you want with it. I just think that production lines up very well with going for science victories. I can't oh yes I can. The flood barriers. I don't think any city reaches this. Oh, Rocket Dead does. Okay. Can upgrade to the destroyer. Yeah, I decided science again because of that synergy with the industrial zones. I thought that being encouraged to build all these industrial zones will give me time to also build campuses before I start on those, and then because industrial zones are built a little later, that'll give me an opportunity to do a late game military push, which we did. We went and took Nubia. We defended against Egypt, pillaged them, and then came back and took over their land. I think the way our game played out in this series, in this campaign, was like very, very ideal. We finished smart materials, so we now have the launch exoplanet expedition. We need to reveal this tech because I know that it's the tech we need, so let's do either this or this. We'll do predictive systems just for the offshore windmills first. Rabindranath Tagore, another person I need to look up. Let's recruit the Great Rider. I know nobody wants our turtles, so 8-turn giant death robot. Wow. Okay, let's compare here. 6 turns here. 7 here. Thank you, Pingala. Alright, so 6 turns until our exoplanet is launched. Actually, that is not true. Our exoplanet is launched now. Fantastic, and that's +5 more air score. So, with the launch of the exoplanet expedition, we are now officially on the way towards the end. If we open the science victory tab here, you'll notice we've checked everything else off here. The exoplanet expedition is launched. And now it is traveling 1 light year per turn. So, what this means, if we don't do anything, in 50 turns we win the game, because it takes 50 turns, or 50 light years, for the exoplanet expedition to travel. And it's going 1 light year per turn, so 50 turns, obviously. There are 2 missions here in this unrevealed tech, and I know that because this is the only possible other option we have for getting this tech. 2 missions here that increase the light year per turns that the exoplanet expedition travels. I didn't explain the science victory all that much here. which I'll probably go through and do now because we do have time in this episode, since, I mean, we launched the expedition. That's what we set out to do. So yeah, as I mentioned, there's 5 steps to finishing a science victory. All of these come later in the game, which is why in a science victory you want to build up a lot of science so that you can get through this tech tree as fast as possible, reach the technologies you need, like rocketry, satellites, nanotechnology, smart materials, and whatever this one is called, so that you can unlock everything. And then you really want production, like we built a lot of industrial zones to help with the production, and the vampire castles, I should say, should not be put in doubt of how much they've helped us as well. But production is, as I mentioned, the only way you can launch these components. Like, you can't faith buy, you can't gold buy. You have to produce these projects, which is why production is so important in a science victory. More so than probably any other victory, even though production in general is just really good. And yeah, so once you launch the first 3 missions, of course you need a spaceport to launch all these, so building a spaceport in at least one city is very important. I build a lot in a bunch for the reason of this tech, which I will explain about a little more when we unlock it. But yeah, you also unlock the Launch Earth satellite, which once you do that, you can then launch a moon landing. Once you do that, you can then launch a Mars colony, and after you've done all 3, you can launch a exoplanet expedition, which gives you the countdown for the end of the game. Very straightforward victory, not the easiest. As I mentioned at I think towards the start, science victory is very in the middle for me in terms of how easy to accomplish versus hard to accomplish it is. For a long time, it was my favorite victory. It still might be, but I gotta say, culture victories are so versatile, and like with what you can do, that it just, of course, makes it the best one. But I always appreciate a good science victory, this one included. So that's about the end of the projects, because we're earning, I mean, I guess I could go ahead and push for Carl Sagan a bit more, but yeah, I really have nothing else to do in this. I mean, more settlers. Why not? Keep expanding our empire at this point. The Chancery's done here. I did put it in encampment down, right? Yeah, I did. We'll do that. Yeah, so that's the explanation of the science victory, our first one in our series. Keep building this campus up, why not? Do want to run my mouth about Abe Lincoln a bit more. Yeah, I think he's very good for science, as I mentioned, because of the push for the industrial zones. Domination, I mean, just look at how much free units, like, look at the army we built up from building our industrial zones. Like, you can definitely take this army and push for domination victory. That being said, if you want to work around this ability a little less, you're still very open to go in a cultural route. The film studio helps a lot, plus 100% tourism pressure from this city towards other civilizations when we're in the modern era, which we already have entered. So you can really put a lot of touristic pressure if you build up a bunch of theater squares and get a bunch of great works and all that stuff. It's America in general leans more towards great work generation than like appeal tourism. That being said, Bull Moose Teddy is not the case. He's very appeal-based tourism. But having the film studio helps a lot with a push for a lot of great works. Do you want to build that? But yeah, I would say Abe Lincoln does cultural victories like a lot weaker than the 2 Teddies. Diplomatic, I can still make a case for him of being really good. As I mentioned, like with Gaul, when you're able to produce a bunch of stuff, and when you're able to build, like, generate science to this level, you can definitely generate culture at a higher level. I just chose not to, because that's not the focus I wanted. You can definitely make a push for a diplomatic game with this civ. Not to mention your diplomatic favor generation can be way better than mine is. and then using the army for the purpose that I stated of freeing city-states, freeing civs, just being like keeping peace in the game, making sure nobody springs into power. So yeah, diplomatic, I would say. Actually, I might push for saying Abe Lincoln might be doing diplomatic the best. Just work on a film studio. But I can totally understand the case for someone saying he's more a scientific civ, or someone saying he's more a domination civ. Very versatile, just not religious. So the exoplanet is launched. Now what? Manhattan Project? 8-turn giant death robot, anyone? 8-turn giant death robot. Remember when I said I wasn't interested? Oh, hi. Alright. Raise this to the ground. Okay. Let's... Oh, there's like nothing to do in the city. Unfortunately. I'll go for a great work. We'll see if we can do it. Useless, but it'll give us air score if we promote him all the way through. I have nothing to do with her anymore. Let's just do it. That'll give us +1 air score. Yep, babysit. We are unlocking a new government here, which will help us. So I think what we're going to do with this episode is we're going to unlock the tech that will speed up our victory, and then next episode put into motion speeding up the victory until the victory has been achieved. We lost Johannesburg. What? Collecting wisdom from across the lands in your libraries yielded new ideas. I have no idea what that's for. Oh, hey, we won the World's Fair. 1 diplomatic point and 100 great person points. Oh, we get a great musician. Huzzah! Making 78 great scientists points per turn. That's without the policy that I took out, which probably makes that way more. Let's grab great musician. Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky. IRL, one of my grandparents' favorite conductors. Musicians, whatever you want to call it. Romeo and Juliet Fantasy Overture. I like hearing the little play. Okay. St. Louis built a zoo. Why not build a stadium? Ah, we are now losing diplomatic favor from carbon emissions. I have nothing to do here. I have nothing to... This is +6.
I am willing to serve.
That I don't care. I can build colossal heads here. Wait. Not unless I'm not suzerain. Haha. Hold that thought. Oh, he's running away from me. Alright, now you're gonna go build a castle. Yeah, we can take these 2 episodes as a little longer than if necessary. Oh, did I science dip? Why did my science dip? Oh, because we lost suzerainty. Yes, yes. Well, this is a new one I've never seen. Deforestation treaty. You can get gold from clearing features. I hate these. These both suck. I will take world games though. Not that we have a lot of these. This one might actually not work for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's too much. Let's do 8. I don't care that much. Wait, how close are we? just in case. We're at 10 out of 20. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Get back in here. Yeah, I'll do 8. I will vote for rainforest. And I will put 7. This I do not care for. T. I know that's not going to happen. I know they're going to vote for something I have because we're on different continents. Mitigated flood. I like that the water turns brown when a flood happens. That's mitigated. Sweet. Damn you. And I don't think I have citrus. Okay. Oh. I need suzerainty again. Is there anything that gives envoys anymore? Oh, opera and ballet. Okay. Baltimore finished another settler. Honestly, go settle the uranium city.
If some wanderer leaving.
Cool. 6 turn Eiffel Tower. Wowee. Honestly, maybe. I don't have much else to do here. Like, really, I have nothing to do. 8 turn giant death robot, baby. Is this Carl Sagan? It sure is. Let's grab our boy. Okay, New York. The city that has jack squat to do. Could build a theater square here. Swap. Let's do it. Use these abysmal desert tiles better than Egypt did. Research lab. Ferris wheel, why not? The production is so bad. Production here is so bad. 13 population and our production is this abysmal. Oof. That's brutal. Just build a granary. I don't care what happens in those cities anymore. Did I didn't repair. Okay, Carl Sagan. Get your bum over here. Cowabunga. Go to Dallas. Opa. Useless. We're back to 0. I'm wondering if we'll get to the point where we engulf around Yerevan. That'd be funny.
If the enemy know not
Alright, that's one of the techs completed. Let's go over the other. Yeah, we've revealed it. So these two projects, the Launch Lagrange Laser Station and the Built Terrestrial Laser Station, both of these increase how many turns it takes. Like, both of these increase the light years travel per turn. So if I launch one of these, I'm now moving at 2 light years per turn. If I launch another, 3 light years. Another, 4 light years. The difference between them is how you launch them. So this one just requires you 30 aluminum to construct. And this one, your power requirement increases by 5 every time you build one. Usually you want to go for this one just because if you have a bunch of aluminum, it's easier to do this. This one hampers your empire quite a bit with the power requirement. It turns your yields down if you don't have enough power to supply your cities. Waiting for Rapa Nui to be back. Let's do Faras. Another trader? Can you go to Charleston? Oh, do I have a plane? Well, I do, but they're all the way here. That's one way I can take care of my barbs. Spawned right here. Does this just one-shot it? Nope. Nope, nope. Buffalo Soldier. Trader. University complete. Research lab, please. Sleep. There's another one here. Die. Cool. Next turn. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I need more science. More science. One turn till new government. What's the highest production? Baltimore, baby. Hey, where'd it go? Rude. Yeah, no tech boost steel. I'll go for another. Actually, I'll pillage the industrial zone. Hello. Goodbye. Bro. You're in my way. Boston. Oh, I need to remember that I need to like upkeep these or something. Right? I guess freaking not. Oh, I didn't wait. I guess I put the nuclear power plant down and then didn't work on it? Okay, interesting. I'll just go for it. Why not? Camera done. Let's do market. Oh, let's I did buy here. Does Rocket have? Yes, it does, right? Oh, it doesn't. Do that. Oh, I think I was building it, that's why. Let's do film studio. Hope we don't have culture victory. Yeah, we're not gonna. Okay. Thank you, AI, for loving culture this game for some interesting reason. Thebes is a pretty darn bad city. New builder here. I'll do the 11 turns. I don't care what that city does. Sewer done in hit. I have nothing to do here. 28 turns on the Manhattan project, please. Repair my industrial zone. Need more builders. More. Chicago. Why not do another military engineer? Y'all want cotton? Is that what I'm getting from you? Gonna have a new government here.
Will no entreaties we find everywhere, man?
Alright. Now, this is going to reduce our science, which sucks. But we need this plus 3 power in all cities and plus 30% production towards all city projects, which is very good for the space race stuff. So let's switch. We're also going to lose some production here. Oh, the dip in our science. What? Oh, it's because we haven't put in all these. Look at how many wildcard policies, though. I will need resource management in. And I will need... What was the other one I had in there? Oh, I had unit maintenance. Oh, yeah, I need unit maintenance. Jeez. Let's... Well, we no longer need science foundations. Huh. Interesting. Can go ahead and put colonial taxes back in. Let's do e-commerce. Should probably put public works, yeah. I would say so. Is that everything? Do we need anything else? I don't believe so. Oh, we can put communist legacy in. I kind of like the idea. Yeah. Let's do that. What's our gold like? Okay, we're back to good. to send this to anymore. Baltimore. I like how Baltimore has more production than Washington, and it's half the population. God, we still need Rappa. Give me Rappa. Here, Moreau. Enjoy. Oh yeah, that gives us gold. Because of the thing in place. Trader done. Well, guess what? Actually, bank. I was gonna say another trader, but... film studio done. I have nothing to do anymore. Help. What do I do? Trader. We need to repair this campus. Oh, we're under 1,000? How? Oh, because of the 10% science drop, yeah. That's unfortunate. Foot barrier, please. I don't really want it. Just... yeah, I don't know what to do with you. I don't want to upgrade you. Oh, come on, bro. Could you give me something a bit more useful? There's San Antonio. On Yosemite. Oh, there's an America achievement of making a national park of both Crater Lake and Yosemite in the same game, but Crater Lake is not here. Fountain of Youth is, which is like a better version of that wonder. Do, 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 do. What great Canadian masterpiece shall we put in the game for Canada's music track? How about their national anthem? Like, they really couldn't think of anything else. I know they have the other song. They mixed two songs together, but it's just so weird that it's just the national anthem. Canada being in the game in general is a little weird, but whatever. I don't need you for anything. Build a harbor. Oh, you're back. You made a big mistake. Goodbye. Okay, 3 more turns, and I will end the episode. Rather, this was 1, so 2 more. Hopefully we don't pass the hour mark, but I'm suspicious we might.
Ballet projecting.
Okay, I didn't need the policies in here. I more so needed the envoys for grabbing Johannesburg or Rappa. Oh wait, do I grab both? I do grab both. Heck yeah. That boosts our science. And this means the builder can build Moais. Dee dee dum da doo dee dum. Hey, he's building Huey. Keep it to my... What happened to my trade? Oh, I took off the... I should probably put that back in. I think I should definitely put that back in. Where is it? Or did it get switched to e-commerce? No. Did it? Oh, it might have. Let me search up here. E-commerce. No. Or does it not tell you what it replaces? What's it called? Not this. Not this. Oh, is this only... This was only from communism. I see. That sucks. Okay, well, anyway. Let me just circle back up here. Ugh. Can I theme something? I don't think I can. No, I don't have the Graveworks for this. Unfortunately. Let's do the nuclear power plant. Basically want to improve all these tiles so that we can get the most out of the vampire castle we're going to place down. Get your Yanero out of here. Trader. Call me Trader Joe's. Chicago. Chicago. Do I need a great person? Eureka for all technologies from the information era. Oh, this isn't bad. John Roebling. I mean, we don't care for the information era anymore. Also, we have both for the Eurekas, so useless. Well, 2 turns until we start the thing, so let's go for industrial zone logistics. Oh, hey. Let's get back to this. Thank you. Canada. Let's be friends. Sweet. Let's make an alliance. Sweet. Oh, that means, damn it. Whoops. Nuri. Oh, the hangar, who cares? The bank. Old Art Museum, who cares? Who cares? My brother. Who for thou cares? Oh, you know, I need to chop all this jungle. Let's move Liang to Iwonwu. I saw it. Where are you? There you are. Dallas. Keep preparing. Oh right, you got kicked out. Well, your only option is Ethiopia now, so. Actually, what has a he has like no commercial hubs. Okay, oh damn it. Okay. Atlanta in the barren tundra. How you Georgians doing this fine day? Harbor? Who cares? Question mark. Okay, one more turn. And we can get started on boosting our victory. Speaking of our victory, we are 6 out of 50 light years there. Hammurabi is on his way to launching the Earth satellite. I would like to congratulate him for deciding to show up. But a bit too late there, buddy. This can be this, honestly. Okay, let's make a tunnel here. Question is where? I think here. Where's our other plane? Here, right? No, here. It's time to wake up, fool. Uranium. So many units. Hey. Pick on someone your own size. Let's improve the silver. Good thing I saved some money. This guy will have to wait. Research lab done. Oil? Oil power plant, let's go. Spaceport in San Diego done. Any last minute campuses? Can I get a, actually one turn we want to get ready to launch stuff, so actually I'm not even gonna do anything. Is that it? No, there's 3 other cities that have production queues. If I can find them. Dallas. Go ahead, repair. Who's the last one? Ah, Memphis. And 1 second. There we go. And with that, once this turn ends here, rude. Good thing you can't move them. Only poach them. Giant death robot build. Great way to end then.
After 11 days
And there's off-world mission. So we can now start launching these laser stations, which will boost our exoplanet expedition. And we will be doing that in the next episode, which should very well be our final episode. So as it stands, we are 8 out of 50 light years there. Once we start launching all these things, that will get increased in time. So, with that in mind, we are looking to end our series and achieve our first science victory in the next episode. And if you want to be there to see it happen, make sure that you subscribe to the channel to get notified when that last episode drops. I mean, I release a video every day, so just know it's tomorrow. If you're still around here listening to me. And if you like this video, why don't you go ahead and leave a like. Until the final episode of our Abraham Lincoln campaign, I will see you.